What's up, Influential Family?
It's your boy, Influential Red.
And this Cole.
And we back with another ESO episode, Greymoor. Okay?
Let's go.
So last episode we
were trying to stop this ritual because the witches are using the ritual to create a storm to create the zombie fiends.
Oh, so they're using the storm to create zombies.
Yeah, it's a harrow storm, create harrow fiends.
Wow.
Yeah. So we on a mission. We
It's
gotta
crazy,
stop
right?
them. Yeah, they going crazy right now. Everything in chaos is done broke out, so we're a little late. But we trying to catch up and stop them at with their plans.
Okay. So now we just need to talk to him, and he's gonna lead us to the next mission, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get it. You ready?
Let's go. I'm ready.
Let's go.
These depleted witch pikes expended a lot of power to summon the Harrow Storm. Now they're just ordinary sticks, but even in this state, they tell us much about the ritual that flowed through them. I'm sure now that the pikes play a significant role as focal points for the storm ritual. The prepared pikes are depleted as the ritual runs its course, but I sensed lingering energy, including a Daedric taint. And we found an intriguing residue. It's the remains of an alchemical poultice that was spread over the pikes. Smells like rotting fungus, doesn't it? With a little study, I should be able to identify each ingredient in its makeup. Then I can begin to understand the ritual. One other thing I want to check first. I noticed the pilgrims leading a cart away from the temple right before the storm hit. Coven members could have tried to slip away among the innocents. The cart should be along the road south of the temple.
Alright, so we gotta go get this cart, right? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't that far either. Oh, there. Bear.
See, we got some shaman.
You got some shaman now. We're good with her.
The world's low on that right now, right?
I got fire and he ain't putting out this forest fire. That a good one?
I like that.
Okay.
Strange. They're alive but unresponsive. Check the crates and see if they contain the smuggled items.
Let's check these crates. Oh, dust and ashes.
More ritual items.
Right. Okay, let's talk to him.
Did you find anything of interest in the crate? I can't believe anyone knowingly involved would have let themselves be exposed to the storm. Perhaps the pilgrims were tricked into transporting the crate. Or maybe it was slipped into their cart. Yes, of course. Though I fear what we may find there. The temple was clearly at the center of the storm. Regardless, there's still a lot we don't know about the effects of this ritual. Observing the target area could offer new insights.
Up. Get it.
it might be fire.
I hate to leave.
Yeah, you were going the right way.
I was looking to see if I've seen that race shrine.
Oh man, look at that crow. What is that? Oh, that's a vulture. Eating
That's
people.
a vulture?
Wow.
Yeah, eating people. Wow, look at that. And he took off.
These are temple priests and pilgrims. It seems the storm killed them.
So that's the storm you was talking about, right?
Yeah, but it couldn't change them. They died. That's
What do you think that is?
They were,
Think they was too weak to become zombies?
or holy. They were priests.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I'll need to perform more tests. But from what we've seen, I believe the storm affects mortals in 3 distinct ways. It kills them, transforms them into harrow fiends, or leaves them mindless. I suppose I'd say it harrowed those poor pilgrims. I want to learn more about the ritual, and how it produces the harrow storms. And I need to confirm my theories about the storm's effects. I'll start by examining the residue from the witch pike to identify the components used to power the ritual. My alchemical equipment. It's extremely fragile, so I left it in my pack. I hid it among a copse of trees once I saw all the vampires and harrow fiends. Once I retrieve it, I can find a place to begin my analysis.
So let's go get his pack.
Yeah. Science is nothing without its materials.
Right, what's over here? Let's see what's over here.
You go to the map.
Oh, yeah, this one. Fire! Gotta let it burn.
Warm up. Oh, here goes some action. Virus is fighting. Oh, that's not Lyris.
Action.
Remind me of my gifts.
Got more.
I was looking at your screen. I do that a lot.
That's close enough.
Wait, wait! I'm not part of the cabin!
Hold on, Lyris.
Looks like I made it back just in time. This place is crawling with vampires, and that one was about to make a meal out of you. House Ravenwatch. I've heard of them, but he's a long way from Rivenspire. Well, if you're willing to trust a vampire, I suppose I can too. I spotted a coven witch. If we hurry, we might be able to catch her. On the cliff overlooking the temple. Calls herself Sister Ambritt. I was going to rush her, but I wanted to make sure you hadn't run afoul of any of these monsters first. No offense, Fen. Come on. If we're lucky, the witch is still up there.
Perhaps I could question the witch before you introduce her to your impressive axe blade?
No, we don't got no questions for the witch. Kill that witch.
You about that action?
Kill that witch. Kill that witch. Yeah, you did.
She making all these hell fiends?
Gotta kill that witch.
Vultures are deep over here.
No mercy.
Not even harrowed. It seems the ritual needs refinement.
Here we go.
Kill her before she can summon
Here we
another
go. You
storm.
ready?
Uh-oh. Yeah, I get her before. Uh-oh, she's summoned
Oh, sacrifices.
longer to take the
How
higher.
nice.
Sacrifice! I'd rather give you my axe, witch.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Miss Poppy.
I hoped you could take her prisoner. No matter. I found something. This way?
Go with your vampire friend. I'm gonna look around here.
Okay. Ooh, you got some. Oh, wow. Why didn't I get all that stuff? Nice.
Is this some material I'm gonna write down?
Yeah.
Do you see? These are the same as the urns smuggled from Bankarai. They didn't just shatter. They exploded. I can sense traces of magicka clinging to the shards that matched the energy used in the storm ritual. These other fragments, though. All this rubble scattered around didn't just come from these urns. The texture and patterns are different. They appear to have used the funerary dust in the urns to summon the Harrow Storms. But I'm not sure what was inside the larger vessels. Look at the shape of the fragments. They come from a hollow receptacle of some sort. Something at least as tall as you. Perhaps larger. Just another piece of the puzzle. Maybe when I analyze the witchpike residue, an answer will suggest itself. Thank you, but no. I try to avoid large population centers. The temptation. You understand. I'll find someplace nearby, but out of the way where I can set up my equipment and work undisturbed. I'll send word when I have something to report. I met a clever woman who lives in the bog near Morthal. Old Mjolnir's a dying breed among the Nords, a practitioner of the old magic. The locals both admire and fear her. If anyone can help me untangle the Coven's ritual, it's her.
So, what did your vampire friend discover? Reach witches summoning magical storms to create feral vampires? That's horrible, but to what purpose? Well, that's the next puzzle to solve. First, we need to get this information to the Queen. Here. This was for Brondolg, but it's yours now. Queen Gerhild needs to hear what we discovered at Kilkreath Temple. Hopefully that will be enough for her to get us an audience with High King Svargrim. The Queen seemed reasonable. She'll believe us. As for Svargrim, who can tell? I haven't met the man, but everything I've heard describes him as prideful, arrogant, and hard-headed. Even with the Queen's help, there's no guarantee. I'd like to knock down the palace door, grab him by the throat, and shake him until he listens. That would probably start a war, though, and Yoren specifically asked me to avoid that. For now, let's bring our evidence to Queen Gerhild. If there's anything else we need to discuss, let's get it out of the way now, before we return to Solitude. Hey, you and Fëanorian came to that conclusion, not me. Still, it makes as much sense as anything. As to why, I have no idea. This connection to vampires, though, that's troubling. We should keep Fen away until we get into Svargrim's good graces. No, I need you, and you've already been seen working with me. What I don't want to do is risk bringing an unknown factor into the equation, especially not an unknown vampire when vampires are clearly working with the Icereach Coven. A clever woman? Out here? Nords are extremely distrustful of magic, especially Nords from Western Skyrim. I'm surprised the people of Morthal tolerate her presence. If anyone can help Fen figure out the Coven's ritual, though, it would be her. Our priority remains getting an audience with High King Svargrim. We need to convince him that the Ice Reach Coven is a threat to his kingdom, and get him to help us stop them. Let's return to Solitude and present our findings to the Queen. Clever men and women are Nords with an aptitude for magic, though most use the term to refer to practitioners of the old ways. They're rare. Not the usual adepts found at the Mages Guild. Distrust of magic runs deep in Skyrim, especially out here. Could be that the elves our ancestors fought soured our taste for magic. Or maybe there weren't enough skalds singing about wizards going to Sovngarde. Might be that Nords just prefer their natural talents. Either way, magic isn't popular here.
Alright. Hey, Lyris like to knock doors down.
You like to knock doors all the way down.
She don't play no game.
Alright, you guys, that's gonna be the end of this story right here. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for more episodes, man. We coming with more episodes, so stay tuned, okay?